Greetings, adventurers. I'm Max, the composer of Coltrin compositions, your guide through realms of TTRPG music where fantasy meets the echoes of sci-fi and whispers of horror. Imagine your party at the brink of an enchanted forest or a haunted space station. My music weaving suspense with every leaf's rustle or distant spaceship hum. In the heart of battle, against mythical beasts or otherworldly entities, feel the thrill with compositions that make every clash, every spell a legend. But it's not just about the adrenaline. In moments of tranquility or eerie calm, let my music enhance the heart and soul of your story. As a fellow TTRPG enthusiast, I blend each melody to resonate with your game's diverse realms. Ready for an unforgettable session across all genres? Visit Coltrin Compositions on Patreon. Let the music guide your epic tales from ancient castles to distant galaxies through every shadowed corner. That's Coltrin Compositions.
Hey Tomies, have you been looking for another family-friendly podcast specifically focused for kids? Well, don't look any further than The Kids Table. The Kids Table is a family-friendly, kid-focused actual play D&D series available in podcast and video form. With a combination of 3 adults and 3 kids at the table, they embark together on a quest to save the town of Crane's Rest from mysterious attackers. This show is designed with kids in mind, so the videos are broken into shorter episodes with fun animations to bring the story to life. They also like to add tips and digital resources for playing D&D with kids. So, whether you're new to D&D or a veteran player, the Kids Table is a great way to share your love of tabletop role-playing games with your kids in your own life and create an awesome memories while telling stories together. Where can you find them? You can find them on Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast platforms by searching The Kids Table D&D. The Kids Table, because when kids are at the table, everyone wins. You are listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. We are back, Quill! Back to Hayden's Hollow where it all began. The first quest they ever went on, finally complete! The Hollow is safe, and its future lies in its own hands. You mean second quest? Second quest? What do you mean, second quest? Their first one was to face the bandits on the ridge. Then they left to save the Hollow. Well, if you want to get technical, Quill, that quest was still part of the first quest to save the Hollow. So, I'm still right. Right. It still leads me to wonder if the party would have stayed to face the bandits, instead of heading to Avalon to stop the purchase, how things would have been different. Could they have gotten to Marlow before Cloth Des arrived? Would Lionel still have fallen from the owlbear in Glendale? Would Colbath have had his meeting with the Duke? Would Mendrick have been taken by those dastardly... Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. You and your quizzities, Quill. That is not a word. It's a conjunction of questions and inquiries, perfectly legal in literature. You should know that, master of the pen. And therefore I do know that... Hey, don't interrupt me. I wasn't finished. To ponder on what choice would have changed what is nothing but the past. It is time to look forward to the future. The choices of the past are paramount to any story. How else do you see the growth of your characters if you do not ponder on the impact of past choices? Again with the interruption. Let me finish, you patronizing peonix. Peonix? Now see here. Oh, don't get your feather all ruffled. You're starting to smoke. You are infuriating. As I was saying, how could you say past choices don't matter?
I never said that. I said there was no reason to ponder on what could have been. Choices were made that have formed the future. The important thing now is what our heroes will do with the future their choices have made. I feel there's more choices about to be made that will change the future of this adventure. How exciting!
What do you mean?
Well, Quill, let us watch and listen in Chapter 77, Paladin Party!
Well, hello, Tomies. Welcome to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. I am DM Dave, and to the left I have...
Henley.
Boudreaux!
Garoth and Lyla.
Roscoe.
And Fenrir.
And before we start, Elsie. The chicken crossed the road to the library. He went in, bark, 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 and the librarian goes, shh. And the chicken goes, bark, bark, bark. And so the librarian goes and grabs him a book and gives it to the chicken. And the chicken, walks off. And he goes, shows her friend, the frog. And the frog just looks at it and goes, read it.
I thought you were gonna ask me why the chicken crossed the road to go to the library, and I was like, because.
That'd have been another good one.
Fun fact, my sister-in-law, every time she sees me, she does not use my name. She goes, Baka! Every single time.
Okay.
That's funny.
Henley
11 years.
11 years.
I thought you were gonna put me on the recap. I got scared. I was like, what?
Nope, that is Henley's recap. Henley, what happened last time?
Boudreaux healed Juna. Lyla and Garotha calmed down Emery, thank you. And Fenrir had a discussion / scolding for Mendrick, who's a jerk face again, and Joanna gave him what for. And then Robert rolled in, and lots of chaos commenced. Eventually, he was brought to Colin, and Colin is in the works to make Hayden's Hollow a free community. Maybe. And then some discussion with Viril and Dracarys about the scarecrows with Henley.
There's a note there. It says Henley's boyfriend. Yeah.
Not a chance.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just a budding romance. It's okay. No. Tonight all you want, Henley.
Just need to make a note here. Hold on.
David,
Her heart's reserved for someone else.
Anyway. They talk about the scarecrows. It's really awkward. And then Colin decides to throw a party, and the whole crew helped set up the party, and they had a good old time.
Thank
And
you,
now
Henley.
is the next day? Or...
Not quite.
Okay.
Everything's starting to kind of relax now. There's a big fire in the middle of the hollow, just to light up the area. And people are sleeping. People have gone to sleep. Robert is kind of just passed out, kind of sleeping on top of his bag.
had too much milk.
Too much peach mead.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy.
He didn't even get to the peach stuff. It was all just the honey mead.
Yeah. He was like, this stuff's good.
I feel like he also sang a country ditty and danced and made quite the fool of himself.
Absolutely.
After one sip of peach milk. that is canon. And so now it's Roscoe. You're kind of just up surveying things. Would you like to explain what you're doing?
I'm just kind of mulling life over at this point. I mean, I'm evaluating, I guess, what our next steps are. As a team, I'm kind of been watching everyone kind of do their own thing today, and we're following up, and I'm just like mulling over kind of what's going on, and the different things that we've got coming up. We've got to assess what's happening up in the Half Pine Woods, as well as the various other quests we've got going on, trying to find family, trying to, find separation and or inner peace, trying to continue to, Henley's self-confidence and get her to understand, believe in herself that not everything's her fault, just kind of the whole thing. So I think I imagine at this point I'm kind of just up, kind of walking around the outside of the camp, the city, mulling life over by myself. I'm gonna assume I've reattuned to my bracers, so I'm just flipping my magic dagger up in the air and watching it disappear.
Gotcha. And so as one of these moments that you're just walking around near the front gates, we'll say, you're just thinking about what has happened, what has, like you said, brought you here, what's going on with the group. You start to notice that there's somebody coming down the road. This character, he seems to be dressed in kind of an orange robe with kind of linings of brown, golden brown linings through it, with the hood off. And as he gets closer and more towards the light, you see that he has this kind of amulet on his chest, kind of sitting there. The amulet is in the shape of a kite shield, or, according to the internet, a heater shield.
Never heard it called a heater shield before.
Yeah.
That's because it's
Surprise,
not warm
surprise.
enough. You're welcome.
But anyways, it's
was such a
your
straight
generic kind of looking knight's shield when you think of the knights in armor and stuff. But the corners of it are kind of curved inward. And inside the shield, there are two hands grasping the forearms. Kind of like you would do a forearm handshake type of
Yeah.
deal.
Like there's the casual handshake, and then there's we just went to war and survived.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go
there's
get a
that
cup of
kind of
booze
embrace.
handshake.
Like when you're about to bro hug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda.
you always grab the forearm and then chest
Yeah,
down.
the forearm, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Bro
there's
hug.
that kind of handshake embrace in the middle of that shield. It seems that you've had quite the evening tonight.
Yeah, we've had a peaceful night for the first time in a long time.
That is good. By the way, my name is Helton. I am a servant of Adrestil.
Would I recognize that name?
It's not a very common
Okay.
deity, which you're assuming that it's maybe some kind of a deity, or it could be a person.
Okay. So, I'm Roscoe. Welcome to Hayden's Hollow.
I am very well aware of you, Roscoe. My master is very pleased with your decisions.
Who's your master?
Adrestil.
Sorry if I may be ignorant, but who's Adrestil?
Adrestil is in the service of justice. He is part of the domain of justice. He is the deity that I serve.
Okay.
And he has been very impressed with your actions. He has given you certain special gifts to see what you were able to do with certain gifts. And you have been able to protect those around you, help those around you. You are of pure heart. You seek to do good. You help those in need and protect all. That is why he blessed you with these powers that you received in the Ankeg's lair to save a friend. And you continue to use these powers for good. And Adrestil is pleased. And he sees fit to call you if you are to accept and be blessed by his blessing as a watchman, one to seek justice for all and redemption for those who have fallen. He wishes to call you as a paladin.
Say what?
Say what?
I've not done anything special. I'm just doing what I would find any reasonable human being to do.
The difference is, you do it. There are many who are given choices to do good, but yet they hide from it. They are ashamed by any good deed that they wish to do because of the judgment of others, where you do not. You seem to take action with those decisions, whether they be others judge you for good for them or not.
Just out making sure my friends and family are safe.
And we need many like you. For a shadow stirs from a dormant state, and the powers of the plains are uneasy. The time for unity is at hand, and I do believe, as Adrestil believes, you could be an instrumental hand in uniting many for the cause of good, and protect those from the stirring shadow.
Okay. But I'm not real familiar with the Paladin. What does that mean for me if I were to accept this?
It means that you will be given special abilities. Unfortunately, the abilities that you have currently been blessed with will be lost, but greater ones will come upon you. You will be blessed to have the power to lay on hands, to heal people from certain diseases, and also give them health in return. You will also be blessed with the ability to call upon divine power to smite those who stand in the way of justice and mercy.
That sounds pretty cool. What does that require from me? Like, if I were to accept, what do you need? Do I need to go cut my finger and sacrifice some blood in an altar somewhere? Or what do we do? I don't know what this is.
A simple yes would suffice. He is not one to push you to do something you are not comfortable with.
Well,
and as you grow, your knowledge and understanding of him will grow as well.
Okay.
Because as a paladin, you are a representative of him. Those who see this emblem, and he kind of points to the emblem on his chest, will see that you represent good. They will know they can turn for you to help. They know you will be able to be trusted.
let's... Yes.
And he smiles and he nods. Rest easy, Roscoe.
Okay. Before you go, I have a question for you, though.
Yes.
As I'm sure you're already aware, I'm trying to figure out what happened to another paladin. Do you have any details or information on Cloth Des as to where I could start? Because I don't think he was a bad person. I think this creature, whatever it was the one putting on the show. And so for any person, whether they're a paladin or a cook, to have someone, imitate them and wrongfully, ruin their name is just, it's not okay. And I'm sure his family would like some sort of clarity and information on what did happen, whether he's still alive or not. I don't know where to start.
The path of Cloth Des was his path that he chose. But there is still chance of redemption. Because of those thoughts that you had of redeeming is what put you on the path to be a Paladin of Adrestil.
Okay.
Go home. Answers you will be able to find there.
Okay. We'll head there next.
Okay. And he bows his head and he returns back the same way you did. The same way he came from.
The way you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will just kind of just mull things over for a little bit and keep walking the city for a little bit and then probably go back to wherever I plan on sleeping for the night and...
You gonna come snuggle with Boudreaux?
Nope.
Yeah.
There's like an empty 20-foot ring around Boudreaux.
What?
No, Willow's there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well,
I'm assuming I've probably got like a permanent cot down with Colin.
Yeah. You're able to find a place. Okay. We are now in the morning. Everybody's starting to gather up. Roscoe, when you awaken, you seem to feel something heavy on your chest. As you feel this, you kind of look up and you see that there's a new shield on top with the same emblem, same shape of that little kite shield or heater shield with the curved in corners on the top left and right and the emblem right there. And it has the same kind of coloration of orange, browns, and brownish gold.
Okay. So, and just to clarify, the shield itself is a kite shield? Or,
Correct.
Okay, and then it's got the emblem in the middle.
Inside.
Okay.
Yep. So the whole thing is the symbol itself.
Okay,
Yep.
that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna realize that this shield is probably 3/4 my body size. I mean, which is typical for a kite shield, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna, we'll slide it off so I can sit up, and I'll probably just lean it against the other wall and stare at it for a couple minutes and be like, so this is a thing, and apparently I wasn't dreaming.
When you look over at your armor that you had, your smoldering armor, it's now silver, but it still has it's silver shiny, and that mist has changed to now that orangey, brownish, goldish hue as the mist comes off of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna super nervous. Obviously, he's no idea. I mean, because he's, Roscoe. I've seen paladins. I'm sure I've talked to him, especially training throughout the various camps and stuff and places. but I've never really like actively engaged with a paladin, whether in fighting or communication. Right. It's just been, hey, how's it going? Nice armor. Who you work with? Okay, bye. So this whole thing is like a whole new experience for him. So he's super nervous. But I'm gonna get up. Roscoe's gonna get up, and he's gonna don his armor, and he's gonna put his glaive, which is in collapsed mode, throw it over his back with his.
And as you collapse it, you notice that emblem is now on that center where you kind of collapse it together. It's on there.
That's pretty sweet. We're like, man, I got a serious upgrade last night, guys. I think I'm gonna keep my shield on my arm now, just because. Like new stuff, guys.
You're gonna just don't start walking down the street like Spider-Man.
Oh, in Spider-Man 3, he's like,
yeah.
Finger guns to everybody.
No, dude, I'm gonna be like very timid. I'm actually gonna probably I'll walk out and I'm gonna try and actively avoid even calling, because my first stop was going to be these guys.
Okay, the group.
In any form, whoever I run into first, I don't know where everyone's at, but
I am sleeping.
I'm gonna maybe send a message out over the ring to anyone who can hear me and say,
Is this before you leave your room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Avengers assemble.
And Boudreaux.
Hey, we need to have a team meeting real quick. Cool.
Hello?
Hello? Is this thing on?
I'm trying to think of where Fenrir would be at this point.
I'm in my hammock sleeping.
And it's more of would I be down where the were creatures were? So
Right. Well, and that's kind of
were, then I wouldn't hear it.
Kind of going to be that's going to be my first stop anyways, because I assumed that's most likely where Lyla and Grotha went with Emery, is back there, because it's kind of a safe place for Emery.
Boudreaux would have been on the way.
So.
Correct.
Unless
sleeping above the door.
Unless Willow woke me up to make potions or something.
He's resting as well.
He also got drunk. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, they had a kale ale.
On kale ale. I was just about to say that.
Can you make kale ale?
I don't
You
know.
can in D&D.
Colin can. I don't know.
If anyone can, Colin can.
It's more like a mojito or something. Like the other, you crush up the kale.
Mint. Blah.
So, I'm going to make my way towards the healer's hut and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume that's where Boudreaux is.
Yep.
I don't know where Henley is, and I don't know if Henley has answered me via ring phone or not.
She would be like, where do you want to meet?
Healer's hut?
Okay. I imagine Henley probably slept in her little cave thing. Or pitched a tent somewhere.
Through the ring, you hear Fenrir responds, "I'll be there."
And so I'll make my way towards the healer's hut, and then I will
see Boudreaux and Willow in their bunk bed hammocks.
Right. I'm gonna hide behind my shield.
I think Boudreaux's arm is down and Willow's touching it. He's like playing with my finger.
Boudreaux, this is actually important.
Just kidding. We're sleeping.
Here's what's happening, Kay. It's a chorus of snores. You got your snore, I'll get Willow's snore. We'll just do it together. Okay,
okay, ready?
And that's the reason why Henley did not sleep with them.
Is Boudreaux on the top bunk?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
He hangs down low. He
Is
can
your
wobble
arm
to and fro.
Is your arm hanging over?
It's
you
hanging
said
down.
It was hanging like off the thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna giggle to myself a little bit.
Oh no.
And I see the arm, and I'm going to.
You're gonna put in some water. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get a piece of string.
Oh, no.
Poor Willow.
And I'm gonna pull out my blue potato.
No.
Okay.
And I want to tie it to Boudreaux's hand.
All right.
We're up to our old shenanigans.
Okay. Boudreaux, I want you to roll me a, let's see.
It's okay. It's a crit one.
Okay.
It don't matter.
It hit my eyeball that's in my thing.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't say give me the information. I said to roll.
I gotta take a drink.
That is a natural 20 with a 23. And a little baby dragon just ate my dice off my screen, so.
Doesn't count. Roll again.
Yeah, he ate it. Sorry.
Okay. You're able to just gingerly perfection tie that thing on.
I mean,
So now you
it's
have
not
a...
like Boudreaux would notice anyway.
How far... So from his fingertips to the blue potato, how far away is it?
No, so like I tied it
Oh, in his palm.
in his palm.
Okay.
So that like as he starts stirring and he goes up to itch his face, he's rubbing the blue potato all over his beard and stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna park myself in the corner. And I'm just gonna start saying, Boudreaux. Boudreaux, it's time to get up.
No, I think there was a river down there.
Boudreaux, it's time to get up.
No, I don't think no.
I got something to show you.
Binky, I don't want to.
This isn't Pinky.
What? And now he starts to stir.
What?
It's
And
Roscoe.
he starts to lift his hand. Wait. And he starts to stretch. What you doing there, Roscoe?
Do you notice anything?
Notice what? And he puts his arms up in a Y, and then he sees something.
His one hand flops down
No,
farther.
and so it's like, and this would be, I don't know, I'd assume very Boudreaux, the fact that I'm in a completely different set of armor, holding a shield that I've never had before, I'm like presenting myself to Boudreaux. You see anything different?
He starts to like feel his hand, like there's something in his hand, and he's looking at you, and he's like, he looks at his hand, and he looks at you. Stops, looks at his hand, opens his hand. Holy freaking goodness! And then he rolls out of his bed and he flops on the floor. Yeah, right onto Willow. And he smacks Willow. And like, and he's like smacking his hand on the ground as hard as possible. It won't let go. Let go of me. Let go of me.
What is going on? What the...
I will expel you. I will. And now
Shame on you!
he's gonna
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
He's gonna do poison spray.
Okay.
And that means it fills the room because it got muffled by a potato.
Okay, so what kind of a... Does it just affect one creature, two creature?
I don't know. Let's see. I feel like it would become.
I know it's some kind of con save too.
And I've advantage against being poisoned, so.
Oh.
Because of stout halfling.
Yeah.
Okay. You extend your hand toward a creature you see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm.
I feel like it goes right back to
But
Boudreaux.
it goes.
Okay.
And you have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Okay, I think we'll just have it be Willow,
Okay.
because Willow's the closest.
Oh, okay.
Unless
Don't you kill Willow.
Unless you're like pointing it at Roscoe, be like, "What is this?" or something.
So I imagine him on the ground, like smashing
Uh-huh.
his hand on the ground, trying to
Okay.
get it off.
Then Willow would be right next to you, trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Well, he's kind of used to your smells
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and things. He rolled a 17, so he's
good.
He's good. He realizes what's happening and like quickly covers his mouth and is just like, "What is going on, Boudreaux?"
The blue potato, he attacked me, and I can't get him up,
Calm down. Let me go get a knife or something. Just relax.
A knife, you can cut my hand off. It's gonna cut the blue potato.
I'm gonna cut the strings off that are your hands.
I'm never gonna live again. And then And then he just lays on the ground and starts breathing heavily. I gotta cut it up. Wait up. You can do it. Cut off my hand.
So he runs, grabs a little knife, and he just cuts the strings off. And the potato rolls, the smashed, crushed potato. Just kind of like, he starts brushing it off your hands.
It don't hurt yet. What did you do?
I just cut, here's a rag. Take what?
Rag. What? Is it bleeding? I can't even feel it.
No, I just cleaned off the potato. You're fine.
Cleaned up the potato. Well, it was stuck to me. It's in my hand.
It was tied to you, Boudreaux.
Tied to me. Roscoe, and he like hops up.
Roscoe has now got his kite shield planted firmly in between him and Boudreaux, but he's laughing like hardcore.
Okay, and as Henley and Fenrir walk in, you just hear Boudreaux freaking out, and then you
I
hear...
feel like you could have heard it down the street.
Yeah, and then you hear, Roscoe! Is when you guys enter.
Roscoe, I swear to you, I'm gonna get that. Wait, whoa. Why you so shiny, man?
Ta-da!
What is that? What is that symbol? Why you look so? Why you feel different? I can feel it, right? I'm sorry. I can feel it, right?
You being a cleric or a shaman, you would definitely feel some kind of radiance coming off of him.
Yeah, why you feel different?
Let's go find Lyla and Garotha.
Garotha. She downstairs.
Okay, well, let's go. It's probably a good place to talk about this anyway. It's a little out of general populace.
He's squinting at you. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Welcome to Tomes of the Chaos Bard Mid-Show Break. I am Rupert Bumpkin. Thank you for listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. If you wish to support us, visit us on ko-fi.com/Tomes of the Chaos Bard, where you may become a member of our Ko-Fi. There, you can receive special content, such as post-shows, DM deep dives, and exclusive merchandise, such as t-shirts and keychains. There, you may also donate to the Feed the Cast funds, a special way to thank them by buying them dinner for the night. Yum, yum! Other ways you can support us is by sharing us with your friends and family and on social media. Spreading the word about the Tomes of the Chaos Bard is a huge help, and we thank you for your help. Another way you can support us is through 5-star reviews. And with every 5-star review, Solemn the Chaos Bard will give you a shout-out on our Solemn's columns. So stay tuned for those. That is all, folks, and back to the show.
So you did... Okay, and he opens up the thing, and he goes, I'm sorry about that, Willow, when he helps him up.
Yeah. Let's go figure this out, I guess.
And then he wants to... Hey, Roscoe, you first. And he puts his arms out.
I'm going to
You're not going to push him down the stairs, are you?
You first.
I'm going to walk by looking very shiftily at you.
And Boudreaux just jumps on you and grabs your neck and is just gonna go and try his very best to just shove you down that hole. And if that means Boudreaux comes with, he will.
He's done it before.
And he's found that this hole is really fun to jump in.
Henley probably just rubs her temples.
Okay, Roscoe, are you trying to avoid this?
So I want to... doing all this, I'd like to assume that I have inspiration coming to me. While this is hey, I've first chance to use something new and it triggers. It's it's just almost intuitive at this point.
Okay.
But it's something new. And I want to cast, it's called Hold Person.
Okay.
Spell time. Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw On a success, the spell ends on the target. A wisdom saving throw of 15.
Okay. Because
So
you are anticipating something's going to happen. So yeah,
I don't know what exactly is going to happen. I don't even know really what I'm doing, but it's almost like opportunity to try something new, learn how to use it sort of situation.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I can feel in my head that there's something that I can be doing here, but I don't know what it is.
Gotcha.
And so I'm just gonna kind of like turn my head because Boudreaux's hanging on me. Turn my head to look like Boudreaux square in the eyeballs from point blank range, and just kind of be like, "Stop." Kind of like questionably, like, "Is that how I do this? Is this gonna do anything?"
You said that was a wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw?
saving throw of 15.
Well, I rolled a 16, and that doesn't even count my +8. So Boudreaux's just gonna laugh and be like, "Not gonna
Hold
work
on.
on me, buddy."
Did you roll that for that strength check you were gonna use, or
Yeah,
did you?
I rolled the strength check too.
Okay.
That was a dirty 20.
The strength check was?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to make a strength check against him?
Boudreaux's
Are you gonna
adrenaline
resist
is
me?
funding his
So
dice.
I can imagine like you look up and you're like, stop, and he freezes for a minute and he's like, not a chance, buddy.
Not today. So a strength check. Oh, I got a 13.
Okay, Boudreaux takes you down. Takes you down the hole with him.
Okay. Do I take any?
No, I'm not going to make you guys take any damage.
Okay.
You guys just...
I feel like it does a magical thingy.
They're bruised.
The
Okay.
clinking of the armor.
I feel like that you could hear it. Clank!
Smash, 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 smash,
Yeah,
smash.
Lila Garotha, you just hear this. And Boudreaux and Roscoe's voices. Especially the laugh.
So
Wait, sorry.
my first instinct is to push Emery behind me farther, and then I hear Boudreaux and I just roll my eyes.
Ha! You a part of some sort of like god, eh?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would be fair to assess that. Yeah.
I think you would get that kind of feel of him, yeah.
Yes, I think so.
we're practically like brothers, man. This is so cool. And he's like shaking you. I feel like
You're like on top.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I'm on top of you right now.
Yeah, probably. Are you like sitting on me?
Yeah. I feel
Or
like I'm.
Yeah, okay.
Because you like fell, and I feel like Boudreaux like half landed on you, and so he just like rolls over and starts shaking you. He's like, "We're like brothers."
Okay, Fenrir and Henley, you make your way down and see that.
We're very quiet.
And how dare you put that potato on my hand? That thing is destroyed, but the day it comes back, you will know. You will know. You will know. Yeah, you will know. And then he gets up and he starts like backing away. You will know, brother. You will know. You will know.
You just ruined a potato that was sold for like 10 gold pieces up in my hometown.
Okay, but it's cursed. Why on earth would you spend so much money?
Have you ever eaten a blue potato?
No, whoa, no. I ain't gonna like do that to my insides. That's like eating. I've eaten a lot of bad things, and I don't want to explain all of it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it would be so bad, I bet.
So, okay. So now that, I'm going to be like, will you get off me?
I did. I started backing away, you remember?
No.
When I was talking about the blue potato.
Oh.
I'm clear over here by the wall. Roscoe, you all right? You hit your head?
Oh, it's been an interesting night for me.
You just pounded it against the ground like 15 times. I think I got a concussion.
So,
But that's real cool that you got and you like tried to use your god against me. But Kundas be stronger, just so you know.
Hey, Roscoe, why is your armor changed colors.
He's a brother.
Henley, are you here at this point?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's here, right? And you're awake?
I'm awake, but I'm still in the other room.
Yeah, so she's not present right now.
Lyla.
Brother. Come in, dear. No.
What big eyes you have.
Yeah, no, so I'll just go stand in the doorway.
And you notice Roscoe's appearance.
So I'll just look him up and down and be like, nice digs.
I upgraded.
Boudreaux is suddenly standing next to you, Lyla.
So is there smoke? I'm going to look over at him. And I'm going to go and I'm going to lean on the opposite side of the doorway away from him.
He just smiles.
So I apparently have been being spied upon for some time. Actually, since about the time Henley decided to go and get bugified.
Hey.
Can we ever let that go?
But see, I wasn't going to bring it up this time, but it actually apparently is somewhat relevant to this, question mark. So I was out, pondering life last night, making the rounds, thinking about, where we're at, what we've done, what's happening with each of us, what's happening with me, blah, blah, blah. I was up by the front gates, and some dude walks up to me.
What's a dude? Oh, no, I got it. Lyla told me. You're good.
Representative of Adrestil came up to me and said that Adrestil has been watching me since Henley ran away and has been testing me, and apparently I'm worthy to be a paladin now.
You're a paladin now?
Paladin now.
Dang.
Kind of like
Heroic stance.
heroic stance. Yeah, with I think Adrestil is with, it's about the justice and sort of stuff with everything. Still kind of getting the details on that. But yeah, so I've got new things I do, and I lost my things. I don't think I can do my cool stuff with my bow anymore.
Oh.
But I can summon the power of righteousness and justice or something like that.
Yeah?
And do some things, and I think I can he said something about laying hands on people. I don't really know what that means, whether it's physically laying my hands on people and smacking them around, or it's kind of a learning as we go sort of thing.
But I know anything.
Interesting.
So
What does this have to do with me being bugified?
that's when it all started. That's when I started getting spied on. Is when we went down to save you. This Adrestil guy was like, that Roscoe guy's something else. And I guess the skills he gave me then were to test me, to give me a little extra strength or whatnot, but to see how I used them, whether it was for the good or the evil or for justice. And apparently I did it right. And especially with, I guess he said that, with me, really wanting to try and redeem Cloth Dez's name and everything, kind of was the final nail in the coffin for this whole thing.
Nail in the coffin. That's pretty dark.
It is pretty dark for a paladin, huh?
Yeah, you might want to start thinking about
You mean
that.
like
Any
the
Snickers?
salt and pepper on your egg in the morning?
What?
Salt and pepper do go good on eggs. Anyways.
Wait, what? Wait, what about ingredient? What'd you do about?
Ash on your potato.
That's a good one, Lyla.
Long
It was
story,
good.
I am...
What?
It was good.
You like the action in a potato?
Henley made good
Look
potatoes.
over at Fenrir. Fenrir,
Wait,
I'm
which
a
one are
paladin
you?
now.
You have the Adrestil insignia.
I got this cool seal here, this thing here,
Yeah.
this shield. I woke up this morning and it was laying on me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've read all about that the god of justice, right?
Yeah.
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 No. No.
Yeah.
But I have a staff now too.
I think there was a paladin
Yeah.
here a while ago that they mentioned earlier.
What?
That Dracarys knew. Corinne?
Ooh, yeah. She's off with another paladin, huh? There's a paladin party happening somewhere. I guess I need to go find that. It's like, but on a different note,
Paladin party. It's such a good name.
now that I don't know, I mean, we kind of need to discuss what our next plans are, but I did take advantage of being in the presence of a representative of a deity to ask about Clothes. He said, whatever, Clothes chose his own path, but that Mapleshire, and he said to go home because there are answers there for a lot of things going on, and something about a dark spirit rising, and I'm gonna help unite people to fight dark spirits.
I feel like
Anyways, we need to go to Mapleshire.
at this point, so he tries to speak up a couple times as you're like talking, but he didn't want to quite interrupt you. But when you were like, and I need to like, what was it? See the way? We need to like go somewhere.
Yeah, and like so also, and Roscoe's like super nervous with this whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So like the reason he hasn't let you butt in is because he's still processing exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And so him talking through it is like, this is actually a thing, and well, there was some pretty heavy stuff that was said last night.
So as you were like doing that, so he like is like, okay, yeah, well, just so you, okay, and then at the end when you start talking about like seeing the way or whatever, he's like looks at his gourd and he's like, oh, I forgot about that. He didn't quite listen to anything you really said, and he's like, wait, just so you know, I have seen my God too, or messengers anyway.
Cool. I believe you.
Yeah, like 3, 2, 1, like 1 or something down. I don't know. Yeah.
Did they say anything about evil
Yeah.
darkness
Yeah.
rising, uniting
That
people?
about happened at the bug cave, I think, too. Right? Yeah. Yeah, and then and he said the shadows, but yeah, they were evil, and we gotta help, and like, ooh.
Apparently, I've already been helping people. I thought I was just doing what any normal human being
Okay,
would
so we're
do.
going to High Ridge on our way to Mapleshire.
Okay, but I
Wait, what's
help
High Ridge?
people.
High Ridge is on the way to Mapleshire.
Oh, is that where we're meeting that dude?
Yes, Ivan.
Yes.
Ivan.
And the bounty hunters.
What about my family? Oh no, wait, the Ivan is where
He's with your family, home slice.
Let's go.
It's like by some weird mystical overlord is putting everything together.
Kundas, right?
What are the odds of this
Kundas is that.
happening?
He is Kundas, and Kundas only would be the one to do this. And my God's better than yours. Let's go.
Well, I don't even know who my God is, okay?
Exactly, because you ain't educated because you a paladin, not a shaman teacher.
Whoa. And at this point,
Boudreaux, like,
also,
pauses.
I'm going to realize that Lyla and Garotha hasn't said a thing.
Okay.
And so I'm going to completely shift gears on this whole conversation. And I'm going to look over to Lyla and or Garotha because I don't actually know who's in charge right now.
Boudreaux, like, just kidding. Nope, continue.
And I'm going to be like,
Because you'd be noticing this now, too.
Yeah, just barely. He'd already started talking.
like, knowing Lyla and Garotha, I think I would be a little curious if something was going on.
Insight check.
Yeah. So can I do an insight check on Lyla and Garotha and see if I can read like inner turmoil,
Just
body
body
language,
language.
or kind of just because it's not very. I mean, especially with Lyla, me and Lyla get along pretty well. I mean, me and Garotha do as well, but Lyla and I, have joked around in the past, and I was almost expecting her to be more
Making some sarcastic
comments,
comment.
exactly. And so it's kind of just like
I'm
now
the
suddenly
leader.
I'm very self-conscious about what just happened. I'd be like, what if, the person that I've known the longest out of this group doesn't approve? Or, it's like, did I just mess something up with the team? And so I'm actually kind of really nervous about this whole thing still. So I just want to, I don't know, like a perception, insight, observation, spiritual, religion, athletics check, whatever I need to do
Athletics check.
to get a read on
I believe
Lyla.
it's called an insight check.
I like the athletics one. I want to know what you would do for that.
Runs around you a couple times.
Like
Yes,
athletic-
I have assessed the situation, and I think it is hot in this room.
So, Lyla Garotha. How visible is kind of your thinking? Because obviously we don't know what you're thinking about the whole thing. Before I have him, because player v player insight things are weird.
can be tricky a little
Yeah,
bit.
because like, how do you do that? I guess you could do an insight versus deception check. But
But she's
what
not
is how close to the sleeve are your feelings?
Well, if it was Lyla, you'd be able to see everything on her face. But it's Garotha that woke up this morning. Well, okay, Lyla woke up too, but still. Garotha's in charge, so she's just very, I don't want to say stone-faced, not even bored, it's just unfazed, almost. She's kind of just taking everything in, I think, in processing. So it's like her expression hasn't changed at all.
Okay. So it would be justified that you honestly don't know what it is. But you probably could assume that it's Garotha that you're talking to.
So I'll look over and be like, Garotha? Everything okay? Yeah. Is Lyla okay?
Lyla's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to take another step away from Boudreaux and just kind of like side-eye him, almost as like I'm just taking a step away. And just walk up to Roscoe and just put my hand on his shoulder. Take a big, deep sigh, or like deep breath in. It suits you. And then I'm going to walk back into the room with Emery.
That seemed uncharacteristic.
Even for Garotha.
Yeah.
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 I better go talk to her.
Boudreaux?
Yeah?
Hold on. Okay. Before I do this, I guess, I probably should roll like perception to see if I've caught, because I've been running my mouth and nervous.
Okay.
Roll a perception to see if I've caught the side eye from Garotha to Boudreaux and because she said a couple times that she's kind of like looked over, kind of give him almost the stink eye and stuff, and then
Boudreaux's
actively, almost like actively avoiding. So
Roll me.
that'd be
I'll have you roll an insight check for this guy.
an insight on that one. Oh, good, because that's
Yeah.
my super good one apparently now.
Super good.
That's a solid 10.
Yeah.
Maybe you should switch dice.
Yeah, I used my one good roll apparently when it was
For the blue potato.
important.
Because the dragon ate it.
Right?
The good dice is gone.
We tried to tell you.
You don't seem to catch on. There maybe,
Okay.
but you couldn't quite tell.
I feel like Henley would go talk to Garotha, knowing.
Boudreaux's gonna go talk to Garotha. Roscoe just stopped him.
Everybody can go talk to Garotha if they want.
Back to where we were.
I'm gonna
go
I'm
talk
actually okay. So let's roll back. Because I didn't do that check, I don't think that I would stop Boudreaux. I
Okay.
didn't pass the check.
Okay.
I don't think that I would stop Boudreaux because I'm still very actively inside having a minor panic attack. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to her. He starts walking in. And he goes in.
Hey, Boudreaux,
Yeah.
come here for a second.
No. Well, hey, looks at Grotha. Grotha gives him an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly
Looks at him
pulls
again.
out.
Go on.
I'll be right back, and then he walks down.
Slowly pulls out that.
No.
That
Don't.
drink.
I was actually gonna say that, but
Your
Roscoe
pot lid.
made me forget that I was gonna pull out my pot lid.
Okay.
So he actually, when you're like looking at him the second time, he like slowly pulled down. He's like, "I'll be right back."
What do you pull out?
The pot lid. Sorry.
The pot lid.
The cast
I'll
iron
be
pot lid
back.
shield.
So in Fenrir's mind, we all notice that something has changed with Lyla and Grotha, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, with you going in there, it takes him a minute to realize, like, it's almost like he looks at Henley, looks at Roscoe, and then realizes that Boudreaux is now in the room, with something has, like, shifted.
Yeah.
And so that's when he kind of shouts out. And as he shouts out, he's actually going to look at Henley and be like, almost like nod his head over to Grotha, hoping that Boudreaux comes out of the room.
Boudreaux came out, yeah.
And because I think he's well enough, like, he thinks that Roscoe should be the one in there talking to her. But he's also noticed that Roscoe is acting a little uncharacteristic as well. At least this morning.
Not
and-
Henley.
So
Just nervous.
I wouldn't define it as uncharacteristic.
Okay, that's fair.
I would define it as
Roscoe 0.5.
a minor. Well, okay. So in D&D Beyond, my character sheet is labeled as Roscoe 2.0.
Aye, look at that.
So, but I would characterize it more as a mild panic attack.
Right. He's acting different.
Right.
Like, he's not as, like, I guess, composed.
You have a new toy, and you're not
Because
sure
it's-
how you got it.
Because, like,
Or how to use it for that matter.
you're a bit anxious, and so that's when he calls out to Boudreaux, hoping that somebody else is going to go in there and talk to her, or if no one does, he will go in there.
Yeah, it's like changing from Android to Apple. How do you work this thing?
So Boudreaux
I
comes
feel
out.
like
I'm
Hen-
ready. Wait, what?
I feel like Henley got along really well with Grotha. So, and feminine, motherly instincts.
Okay. So then Boudreaux walks up. Yeah, Fenrir?
Can you come here for a second?
I'm right here.
Oh.
Man, something is wrong with all of you guys' eyes today.
Henley sneaks into the room.
Okay, he's watching this. He's like, I think Henley needs to talk to Grotha real quick.
Why? I want to talk to Grotha.
I know. You can talk to her in a minute.
Wait, I want to, a minute.
Yeah, or maybe two.
Or
three.
two. How long is that?
I need you to back me up as I go talk to Mendrick.
No, I don't want to talk to Mendrick. He is the most boring evil man I know.
The second most boring evil man you know.
Why? Who's the first?
Your dad.
My dad's not boring. He's just evil.
Why don't we go listen at the door?
Why don't you calm
Listen at the
down?
door. No, I need to talk to him.
All right, I guess we'll go talk to Grotha together.
Why?
Why not?
'Cause I like her.
Like,
Wait. What?
I don't like Grotha like that, but I like her. And I think she nice.
He just gives this puzzling look because he understands, like, Boudreaux doesn't understand social cues sometimes. But at the same time, it's like he's kind of noticed, like, all throughout, like, you haven't really returned some of those feelings. And so it's like, wait, what? Are you going to tell her that?
I did.
When?
I think so. I think I kissed her too. I can't quite remember. No, yeah, I did.
What?
I did. It was during when I was real scared of the spiders.
Well, if you feel that way, you should probably tell her. Let's go talk to her.
With I kissed her though. Ain't that like all you know? Don't know. I also made.
You kissed her? Like, yeah. So for some reason, that's what.
That pulled Roscoe out of his
I'm sitting over
stupor.
here like
Panicking?
panicking, and that's what snaps me out of it. I was like,
What?
What's really great too is it's all the bros talking.
That's so
Having
Yeah.
things like that as I drink water.
Yeah, I kissed her. Just,
When did you do that?
I said when they was real scary and leggy. And she was so scared I just couldn't help it. She was cute.
That's funny because it was Esgarotha.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. Or something. He was panicking.
So was she?
Well, I mean, if you feel that way, you got to let her know.
Well, I have been. I've been making her some yummy oatmeal in the morning and some cheesy rice.
Right, but have you told her?
Well, no, kind of. Yeah, that is how you do it. You gotta make her the best food in. Sorry.
Okay, let's go make her some good food.
Oh. Yeah, well, I could also go and kill her a real good ornament, and she can stick it on her wall, and that way when we get married... Sorry. 1 second, I need to compose myself. No, I can't do it.
Do you want me to leave? Would it help you?
Nope. That way when
Whoa. Who said anything about marriage here?
Well, I mean, I just thought, like, if she just would accept my food and tell me it's real good, that means I would be worthy, and then I would marry her, and it would be nice.
I'm gonna
This is the most pure, adorable thing I've ever
look up from my shield that I've been staring at. I'm like, marriage?
Kissing? Marriage?
Is that what brings us together today?
You know, in Bard School, I learned.
If you say it like this, marriage, it's supposed to work better.
Apparently have a spill that's called ceremony. So
You can perform unions as a paladin and a cleric.
I can. You touch adult humanoids willing to be bonded together in marriage. For the next 7 days, each target gains a +2 bonus to AC while they are within 30 feet of each other.
It's true.
A creature can benefit from this right, again, only if they are widowed.
Roscoe, I don't mean to offend you, but I was hoped to be married in the name of Kundes. I think your god is probably real cool and all, but like, I mean, you got some shiny armor, and I kind of wish I had some shiny armor. But I have this cool wooden staff that has, as the shamans say, the spirits of the shamans before them. So that is pretty cool. You got like armor, and I got like knowledge or whatever. But the point is we could go kill something that she would think is real pretty and manly of me. And he puffs his chest out with his V-neck tail, whatever armor he's wearing, and so that she could hang it on her wall in our house one day.
Okay, we definitely need to look for something.
Yes.
And we can look for something on our way to High Ridge.
But I noticed that she like furry things.
Okay.
And so we should get her something real furry and
Okay.
soft. Not like something ugly, but like something like kind of like real cool. I heard about these white creatures and they're real furry, but they live in the snow. And she might like that.
Rabbit?
No. Like, you want me a rabbit? We can't put a rabbit on our wall. I mean, we could if that's what she wants.
Isn't that?
But I was hoping something more like, rawr.
Oh, like a. Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll definitely keep our eyes out for something.
But the thing is
Or do you need to do it now?
yeah, but I also need to like make it real pretty, like designs and stuff.
Yeah, I like that idea.
But like also, she has to accept my food, and she never accepts my food. She's always like, "It's okay." Oh, sorry, it's okay. I don't know how she does the weird accent that other people do, but she does, and I like that too.
Oh, so she has to accept your food first.
Yeah, but I can start on the project because it's going to take me a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
But I have to hide it from her, too, because if she don't accept the proposal, that'll be real bad. You know? Yeah.
Blink, blink, blink.
Yeah, just kind of goes quiet.
Yeah. Can we go make breakfast and see if she'll accept your food?
Yeah, well, yeah. But the berries don't work, and neither does the extra cheesy. Maybe we could try some garlic. But she said she liked ash, and I guess we could like burn some carrots or something. And like grate them into ash or something.
That's so funny because they're just trying to give Henley a compliment. I did actually like her potatoes, though.
What if we put a heart in the pancake?
I tried putting a heart in the oatmeal, I think is what it was, and it don't work.
Swirl.
Oh, no, wait. I don't know what I put the heart in, but I tried, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we should do flowers. She was always singing to them flowers. I like that idea.
Okay.
And then,
I think
let's
there's some
go.
flowers over here. Let's go start making breakfast.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, over to Henley sneaking into the room.
Over to the females.
So, what's going on?
Good morning, Henley.
Good morning, Lyla Garotha.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
You seem off and protective of Emery.
Should I not be?
No, just...
What would you like to know, Henley? Spit it out.
Are you coming with us
With you where?
to High Ridge?
Well, that's a question, isn't it? No. No.
And stay here with Emery.
I will be here with Emery until she doesn't need me anymore.
Okay. Are you going to be okay?
I will be fine.
And Lyla?
Oh, Lyla. She's going to be a hot mess. But it will be good for us. It will be good for Emery.
Emery needs someone right now.
Yes.
I think it will be good for you too.
I think it will be the best course of action for everybody involved.
We'll miss you. I'll miss you.
And I will miss you.
Do you want me to tell them?
Let's let Roscoe come down from his panic attack first.
I imagine it will happen as they hear, the yells. I imagine not super coherent.
Let's go make breakfast. Let's go.
That Yeah.
Henley will like lean in for like a side hug and then like just pat on the back. Not sure if if Garotha is affectionate like that.
For you, she would be if you were willing.
She would be a full-on hug then.
She'd hug you back, yeah.
And a warrior pat on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go see what the boys are up to. Is Emery in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Emery, take care of Garotha and Lyla.
Of course.
Take care of each other.
And she just nods.
Garotha nods.
And Henley will stand up and like awkwardly back out of the room. And try and find where the boys are looking for flowers.
Just before she...
Make sure they don't grab... Well, no, Boudreaux would know what's poisonous or not. So.
Yeah. Boudreaux's got that.
So, just before she leaves, she'll say, Henley, you will always be our sister and have a place here.
Henley will actually start to tear up. She's always wanted a sister. And then she'll come in for an even bigger hug.
And then Lyla will come out and she's like, oh, sugar, this is going to be so hard. And you just had to make it worse, didn't you? This is going to be the worst day of my life. Well, not the worst, but not the best. You take care of yourself now, all right?
I'll try and make sure the boys stay in line.
And when you get up to Mapleshire, please make sure that Fern is okay. Ferdinand can't go, it's the longest we've ever been apart since I had her. And I don't know, the next time I'm going to see her.
I'll make sure she's okay and looked after.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we're going to end that there. We'll see what kind of concoction Fenrir and Boudreaux are going to make. Wow, I did not see that coming. But thanks to you guys for listening. Big shout out to D.A. Nichols for writing our songs and music. Check out her TTRPG at drivethroughrpg.com. Shields of Power is her TTRPG. And you can find that where? At drivethroughrpg.com. Another shout out to Realmwalker, Monument Studios, Tabletop Audio, and freesound.org for our additional songs and music. I am DM Dave, and to the right I have
Fenrir.
Roscoe.
Lyla and Garotha.
Boudreaux.
And Henley.
And until next time, we unroll the scroll to tell the tale. Bye!
And I don't remember, David, but I need to print that out because having it on my phone ain't good enough. I gotta print it out and stick it in my box.